Hey, what is up there guys, this is Cobrak and welcome to a patch 10.0.7 Destruction Warlock PvP talent build video. So, in this video we're going to be talking about this happy little build right here. The one that, to be honest, from what I've observed, most Warlocks who are, 3k plus are running in arenas. It's extremely fucking powerful, by the way. Revolutionized by a couple of talents, and you guys can't see my mouse, let me fix that. Alright, good. Check, and we're back. Okay, man. Socrates Guile and Sagarai Technique, increasing Incinerate damage and Immolate damage, respectively, two incredibly powerful new additions to the main Warlock tree. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, these two talents becoming a thing has made things a little bit more crowded in the main tree. It's had a bit of a knock-on effect to the way that most of the kind of core destro builds are looking on the other side of the screen, but we'll stick on this side for the time being. So yeah, Demonic Circle, mandatory, Fell Armor, mandatory. A lot of things really haven't changed early on in the tree. However, I am seeing some people actually pull points from Sweet Souls and are putting those instead in things like Abyss Walker. That seems to be like a preference thing. For me, I find like Sweet Souls is pretty powerful, pretty nice for countering burst damage. I just find it's a little bit better than Abyss Walker, but there you go. You can switch those around a little bit if you do want. You also want to pull a couple of points out of Lifeblood. This was something that, some people would spec into, myself included, in earlier patches when there just weren't that many good talents for Destro, in the main Warlock tree. We can pull some points out of there now. And the TLDR is, I'm also pulling points out of Dark Fury, by the way. I pull points out of Dark Fury and Abyss Walker in order to put these 4 points here in Socrates Guile for the Immolate damage and 2 points in here for Sagarai Technique. Extremely powerful shit. So, yeah, that's the main tree. Not too much to say about that other than I totally called the fact that this talent being added in would be the push that we needed to really see, an Incinerate-based Warlock build, Destruction Warlock build, becoming a thing, like really rising to the forefront and being just undisputably the most powerful way to play Destro Lock in PvP. I totally fucking called that shit on the PTR, man. People are like, Cobb, you're crazy. It's only 10% damage, it's like nothing, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but thing is, Burn to Ashes was already really, really powerful anyway. Like, a lot of people were already putting 2 points into Burn to Ashes before 10.0.7, and now just like, everybody is putting 2 points in Burn to Ashes, because Incinerate was already strong. 10.7 made it just that little bit strong. You know what I'm saying? So, this is the main Warlock build we got right here. Now, you're going to notice a couple of major differences to the way that I was playing Destro in previous patches. Those being the fact that I put any points into Burn to Ashes at all. I would actually go full hipster and completely skip this in previous patches, and I would put 1 point into Rain of Fire. I love Rain of Fire, dude. I fucking love Rain of Fire. It's so good. It's just such a lovely quality of life tool for keeping people in stealth. For keeping people out of stealth. For stopping enemy healers from drinking. For if I say I have 5 soul shards and I have 2 melees on me just fucking wailing on my ass, I can just dump 3 soul shards and build some Ritual of Ruin stacks. I just really, really like having Rain of Fire there as an option, And honestly, it's something I'm probably still going to use in the future a little bit. But for the core build that we're running right now, with 2 points in Burn to Ashes, you are going to be dropping Rain of Fire, right? And most people are going to be dropping Rain of Fire, by the way, on the higher rated end of the scale, Another thing that is missing is Soulfire. Now, this is an ability I fucking love. I adore this goddamn ability. It feels so good to just fucking 220k somebody out of nowhere. When it crits, I have like 13% crit chance, obviously, on this character, so doesn't happen often, but even when it doesn't crit, it's like 100k normal, it's enough to be scary. It's just a fun ass ability to use, and it's iconic and it's exciting to watch and all that. It makes good videos, But at the end of the day, like, Incinerate is now powerful enough that it can basically just replace Soulfire as like your best rotation. It's not as flashy, it's not as exciting as a big fat Soulfire just ripping somebody, But at the end of the day, like, Incinerate's just that fucking strong now that you just don't need the Soulfire. One of the advantages of running Soulfire, by the way, is that as you juke the Warrior's Pummel, you juke the Warrior's Spell Reflect. Okay, man, time to fucking, throw some damage into this idiot, right, who's been wailing on me for the past 2 minutes. Now I can finally cast against this motherfucker. What you would typically want to do is actually start with casting a Soulfire. And that way, if, this Warrior's Wrist or Shaman throws out a Wind Shear, or whatever, you know, another interrupt stops you from casting the Soulfire and you get kicked, well, that only locks you out of Fire School. So then you can still cast your Chaos Pulse, right? It's like a kind of sort of like a fail-safe and a lose-lose situation for your opponent, right? Because if they kick the Soulfire, well, then they can't kick the Chaos Bolt, you know? But yeah, Incinerate is going to serve the same job that Soulfire was serving anyway, right? So you just don't need those points in Soulfire anymore, man. And Burn to Ashes is just that bloody good. Now, all of this being said, the PvP talents, by the way, are pretty cookie cutter. Cremation is obviously going to be removed in a future patch, so I'll see all of you guys in like a month or so, whenever that happens, for an updated talent video, you know. And Precog isn't going to be a talent for much longer either. It's going to get moved into like an item enchant affix kind of thing. The one talent that's kind of variable for your PvP talents is always going to be the Nether Ward, at least for Destro. And you can switch these around a little bit. Shadow Rift can sometimes be good against double melees. Fellfish is kind of good, I guess, if you end up in a solo shuffle where your team just doesn't have much like Mortal Strike effects and stuff like that, and you're expecting the match to go long. Fellfisher can be decent. Most of the time, Nether Ward is extremely strong. So, yeah. That is the PvP talents. Why not minimize? There we go. Now, having said all of that, there's going to be a game playing on screen right about now. This is a 2v2 skirmish where I was actually trying out the build that you have just seen. And by the way, this build is linked down below in the video description. So you can just go ahead and click that, and you can import the build yourself if you want to play that exact build that we've just been talking about for the past 6 minutes, right? But the game that you're seeing on screen right now, it's a 2v2 skirmish. I just thought, let's just give it a run out, hit record, see what goes down, you know, give the build a quick run out. And dude, what I would have done for a fucking Rain of Fire in this 2v2 skirmish. Okay, so look, at the end of the day, right, if you want to tweak the build, make it your own, make some goddamn changes. It's just a game, right? Unless you're trying to push fucking 3400 or something in solo shuffles and you need to play the absolute most optimal build at all times, right? Don't worry about sticking to the build too much. Me personally, we actually win this 2v2, by the way. Like, I don't know what point of the 2v2 match it's up to right now, but somehow we're able to win this goddamn 2v2. So I'll just leave it playing for now. But the TLDR, I don't know if you guys can see me right now looking at my talent trees or not, or if the clip's still playing, but what I'm going to be doing is actually taking 1 point out of either Burn to Ashes or Pandemonium, which is the talent just below the Havoc talent, and putting that into Rain of Fire. I just am. Because me personally, I'm willing to follow this build and do what everybody else is doing, and you know, and admit where I'm wrong. Look, my hipster builds only get me so far, you know. I got like 2700 or something with my damn hipster build to push to 2800 where I'm at right now. I've had to tweak things, fall in line a bit more with the meta, you know. One thing I'm not willing to give up, dude, is Rain of Fire, man. I fucking love this goddamn ability. I feel like I feel like I use it well. Like, I've hipstered it so long now, and spammed using Rain of Fire for so long now, that I feel like I'm really in tune with how to use it well and get good value out of it. And at the end of the day, I just think that I'm just going to perform better with it, for me personally. Now, would I recommend that you follow this build with the Rain of Fire selected? No, I probably wouldn't, man. You probably shouldn't do that shit. You should probably just follow the meta. But if you're like me and you've been using Rain of Fire for a long time and you just really like having it there in your bars, and using it as, you know, a Ritual of Ruin engine and things like that, then by all means, go ahead and tech into Rain of Fire. You know what I'm saying? Alright, anyways, the build without the Rain of Fire, again, shall be linked down below in the video description, so go ahead and click that, import the build, make any tweaks that you want, but this is, by and large, for now, until the next patch comes along, the current powerhouse of Destruction Warlock builds. And can I just say, man, fuck goddamn Mayhem, dude. Oh my god, I'm so glad that it was nerfed, dude. Can I just say? I don't know, maybe some people enjoyed that. I really didn't like that playstyle at all. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Thanks for stopping by, and enjoy the rest of your day, I'm trying to say. And shall catch all of you guys just a tad bit later. Yeah.